my kids were little, and all of a sudden I've seen somebody, and I don't know where it was, but they were wearing embroidered stuff, and my thought was, if I could, I lived in Rapid City, and I was married and had these little kids, and I thought if I could just do these things, this embroidery, moved back home, because this is where I was, this is my home, and do these things for my people here, what a beautiful business it would be. So this was probably 35 years ago that I dreamt this, and my husband at the time said he didn't think that there was any money in it, and so what would he do too? Where it would, he'd have to have a job, and what would he do down here? Well, that didn't work out. So then when I divorced, and I thought, this is my opportunity. So I had worked at Sears, and I had Sears stocks and my profit and sharing, my 401, my retirement plan. And when I quit, I came down and stayed with my dad because his health was ailing and he couldn't be by himself. We lived over there off the hill. And I took the business classes at Lakota Fund and worked at Cedar Pass and started my research on my machines and ordered the machines. They leased them to me and took all my savings and everything and put it into it, and lo and behold, they delivered this little thing. When I take an order, the best things are the orders for the schools, of course, and the clubs and the different travel programs and things like that, because they'll call and they want a certain amount of jackets or caps or t-shirts or whatever, uniform shirts or things like that, and it's all very profitable. It's been good for me. I purchase most all of the garments, yes, but there are times, like for instance, this job is they purchased the jackets and sent them to me because they get them from an outlet that I don't have that's not available to me. Okay. And so I didn't have to buy the inventory. So all the profit off of this is profit, because this is my time putting into this. Yeah. I didn't have to put money into inventory, which is a pretty good deal. But I prefer to get the garments on a lot of things, because if my machines decide that they want to burp or do something that they shouldn't do, and they mess it up and they eat a hole in something or something, then I have to pay for this. So if they sent me this, and if I ruin one of these jackets, then I got to pay the price to replace it. That means. But if I have a wholesaler available for me, and I've sent for it at my price, and my machine decides to make a mess of it, then it's not as much money. It doesn't cost me as much money. Right now is delivery location, because I choose to stay here. I don't want to go over to one of the communities or one of the towns around. I choose to stay right here and do it. And so my challenge is people coming out here, and they're more than welcome to come, and a lot of people do, because I want them to see that I'm the one doing it. I don't want them to think that I'm sending it to somebody else getting it done, and I want them to see that I can put it on my embroidery software and digitize it for them, and that makes them feel a whole lot better knowing that that's their artwork that I'm working with, and I can do it, and it comes to life and they wear it. But my challenge is the delivery and pickup and things like that. Lakota Funds has been good as far as business coaching and stuff, they've been on top of it.
So that was valuable to you?
Yeah, very valuable. And the classes that they've offered. They offer QuickBooks classes, and I take them every time. Well, I say that I've always said that if you have a dream of doing something like this, it might take you a few years, but get it together and don't be afraid to do it. Just go for it. Because if you have the ability and the want, inch by inch, anything's a cinch, as Norman Vincent Peale says. So if it takes a little baby steps at a time, and that's what you want, and you're consistent with it, don't give up on your dream, and don't let anybody put you down for dreaming it, because if there's a market for it, it's doable. Yeah. Make sure you got a market for it, I guess.